where LDLC kind of dispatched them pretty handedly, although LDLC were really good on Nuke in towards the conference. So hard to say which one that leads. But either way, I mean, I think this is kind of painting us towards a 3-mapper, towards Ancient, if you were to, pin me down to a narrative. And I think, this series definitely deserves 3 maps if Order is going to bring this kind of form. And look, LFO, just look at their recent results. I think they kind of speak for themselves. They're in some red-hot form.
Oh, yeah. And look, to get to that 3rd map, we got to get through a 2nd. And that's if we even get to a 3rd map. I guess we'll see how Order feel going into this. They, of course, get to choose their side of the CT side. And LFO are going to be forced to start on the T side. So, we'll see how this one goes. Valiant, he's got the double guns. So, there's 6 guns in the hand of Order going into round number 1. Missed opportunity from Rickeh, multiple, in fact. And it may just be the full collapse onto him in Warehouse. He's not going to be able to deal with Hazard coming in from behind. Vexite as well, just going to be tagged up for the moment. So that's going to be ladder base controlled for LFO with the bomb making its way into Secret, but it could just be the reroute with that ladder control. Oh, Savage, not going to be cleared at all in Vexite. He's fallen and things go from bad to worse for Order here. Is that the saving grace?
Oh, USTILO pops his head off. Pops his head up, rather, and it does get popped off. Valiance now, you're talking about the 2 guns. You're going to have to do a lot of lifting to get Order out of this pickle, because Gyra's bloody ages away. He's in a different bloody postcode, as Jim would say.
Zip code for the Americans out there. Now, Valiance, he's still got 2 guns, so he's trying to be 2 men. Now, the thing about trying to be 2 men is you run out of testosterone eventually because you physically cannot produce that much testosterone naturally. Now, Gyra, he's got a lot of testosterone, and he's going to swing it around for a moment, but unfortunately, there's a whole lot of T's to get past, and Sterling, he hits a lot of shots with the old Glocks, so he's found himself 2, and LFO starting things nicely. That's their first pistol round 1, mind you.
Yeah, I'd say he's got that one Glock down for the most part. And
Mitch, shut up. Just let me talk to you for a second. Jim isn't here, so you're not impressing anyone. Okay? No one enjoyed that. Except all of Twitch chat.
You know who enjoyed that, Mac?
Who?
Your dad. We'll go with your dad this time.
Oh, your mum's your dad. I heard that too. Now,
I've heard that one too.
LFO going for the old stock standard anti-eco, wrapping into the yard.
Yep. You'll love to see it. Frog smokes to windows, Annex. Even one up on bloody Heaven, I think I saw.
What do we got? The CT staying sneaky, looking to take some door control, expecting this wrap through. But LFO, they've pumped the brakes. They're waiting for Order to go for some form of information play because they've had a whole lot of information denial from those smokes you mentioned. But into door we go. Valiant's making a step, though. And Savage, he's going to position to make sure no one slides their way into T-spawn.
Ooh, contact on Rickeh.
Okay.
Trying to do the best he can with a headshot angle, but not really able to connect on anything. Vexite coming down the vent. Different story for him. He's even able to get that smoke down to delay any further progression down Secret. So LFO going to call the audible and pinch uppers to find 0 CTs in the site.
Free real estate, some say. Vexite spotted. And at this point, we've seen it a few times tonight. And we might even see it again, because Valiance has that AK. Order, they know that getting the round is potentially going to be a costly decision, but USTILO, he's got a flash to try to send Gyra in. But that's gone pear-shaped already. Valiant's falling, or Vexite falling, rather. And Valiant, he may be able to get away with the AK, but he won't. Sterling shutting him down. And just like that, that's exactly why I was thinking Order may have been opting to save, because then they could have had a chance in the next round. But a well-played round from LFO to not only get all of those pistols out of the hands of Order, but make round number 3 look that much easier.
Yeah. LFO now retaining 3 rifles. They repurchased one of them, so Savage is quite poor. And APOC, he's looking to go on a bit of a tear with the MAC-10. We saw some bloody great Mac 10 usage lately, haven't we? At least over in EU. Some of these blokes over there make that thing look like a rifle sometimes.
Well, pushing through here, APOC. Crack open Annex, and oh, the pistols. All gonna be knocked down bit by bloody bit here. Things looking even more rough, even with the stack order. Unable to get any work done just yet. Rickeh on a nice line, but he's dealt with as well, and USTILO finds one. But it's going to be a whole bunch of kills going the way of LFO and a much stronger start to the map this time for them.
Yeah, no doubt. Money is looking pretty good. Even the Mac 10 is not a bad keep. I think APOC looks like he's got one of the better spawns on the squad, so that could definitely help him out if he wants to try to squeeze his way down the vent or something like that. AWP out for Rickeh, so he can try to leverage that AWP advantage to find an early pick. Run boost actually to send Vexite onto the top of Warehouse. That's kind of cute. And that does net himself a frag onto the player on side low. Liki trying to go for the trade. Pop over the top, easily avoided. And even though Rickey's blind, it still clicks on him.
Solid positions for order. LFO fully relying on themselves to get into some solid positions, but Hazard, he's fallen with the bomb at bloody elbow, so it's rough for Sterling now. But order going to be happy as Larry with the position they're in. Bomb control, ramp control, and a first round on the horizon. Sterling, he's 5-0 at the moment. I don't know if that's going to continue. He's got 7k in the bank, so staying alive is definitely the best option for him here. And if he could take a couple of CTs down in the process, well, I guess that's just a bonus, right?
Sure. Every kill that he can take back makes a big difference. That's really what he's looking for here. Molly to CT vent. Can't physically pick up the bomb and make it to the site in time. Gonna save it. Oh, he's faking the footsteps. See, Order is not really incentivized to hunt right now. Their money is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Sterling on the 7k has no issue saving, really. Because the gear that he's got is worth more than what he's going to receive in terms of the loss bonus.
What has Order got going into this one? Well, a little bit of extra cash in the bank. And off the back of that, LFO as well still had some funds saved up for a rainy day. Vexite, we saw him running this big smoke yesterday, and he's looking to potentially keep LFO guessing, deciding to go in behind those lower smokes instead. Big couple of flashes over the top. Now that's info. LFO spotting that top warehouse smoke, but Vexite on the line, striking at the perfect time, and oh, can't quite find any more though. But it's good info.
A secret control for LFO. Still just pressuring outside with Sterling out there. Rest of the boys stacked up in lobby. Kind of waiting to see how the pieces get put together in the mid to late round here. Double aggression in towards ramp. Maybe they're not going to have to make a decision. Maybe Order makes that choice for them.
Valley going to be pushing in. Gyro with 2. And it's just Sterling again in the 1vx scenario. Looking just as tricky as the last one. We thought a second round pretty much secured. Sterling's got a whole lot of space. Order respecting him, but of course just looking to play the objective. Ooh, okay, Rickeh could fall, and that may be an AWP going into the hands of Sterling. How's the timing? Rick's not going to clear a damn thing. He's happy holding his line. Oh, spotted awkwardly. It's a bit of an awkward dance there, like a first date. I took him out to the fish and chip shop and said, hey, let's dance. But Sterling, he ran away when I asked him that. He didn't like the dotsy do.
You didn't pronounce it correctly. He's from New Zealand.
Sorry, fashion chups. That's it. All makes sense now. I'll message him later. God damn it.
2 in a row for order. But yeah, off the back of that save from Sterling, it's a lot less impressive than his last AK save because the rest of his team's broke. So probably just going to be the pistols around the AWP. Maybe give him a little bit of a boost or something like that. See if he can find a peek on outside. Okay, lobby crunch immediately.
Up against the pistols, a dangerous prospect, but it's huge info. Order looking to stay proactive in every single round, just hunting for some info early. We're going to change things up from what happened yesterday, because of course it was a very horrible affair if you were an Order fan. LFO, however, looking to set their position. The tippity top of the country. And Stone looking to strong indeed, except it's going to be the accelerator hit. LFO trying to smack their way, wrapping through, but it's just straight into the meat grinder. They've gone minced into round number 7.
Great money now on the CT side here for Order. 3 in a row for them. They're feeling great about their prospects. CT started Nuke. I don't know, man. They're looking good. Still waiting for LFO to show us the great T side that has given them this massive streak of games on Nuke. I mean, they've gone 14-2, so there's more in the tank. Croc smoke to outside as well as a smoke front vent. Aggression from Rickeh. Order, they're just not letting LFO play their game. They're getting in their face. They're playing aggressive. Which, look, I don't know. It's definitely something Order's capable of in the past, but maybe it's a learnt lesson from the conference. A lot of successful teams over there playing very, very aggressive, very confident, disrupting the game plans of the teams that they were going up against.
Well, things slowing down at the mid-round again. Sterling looking to drop down some A-site util. Maybe keep Order guessing. We'll see if they're going to be able to get this out of control, LFO. Maybe wrap their way through a big gap in the smoke, though, but they're going to be going straight into Annex instead, and in comes this util from Sterling in just a moment. USTILO, he's going to be burned out into the open. Couple of flashes to follow. He can't see a damn thing. Back up against the wall in full faith and valiance to strike here, but he's fallen. USTILO connecting, as is Big Rick again. Swinging in at heaven. And it's all up to Sterling, who's been trying to set the boys up for success. But they all die, and it looks like he's baiting. But unfortunately, that is not the case.
Yeah, the like other half of this is when the entries are found by his team, and then the bomb plant goes down, and he goes for the late wrap, Heaven or Annex.
Yeah.
And just wins them the round. But then when no one gets that entry and Rickeh just 3Ks you, unfortunately, you don't get to play Counter-Strike this round.
And that's it. Another in the bag. Order stacking them on here on the CT side. 4 in a row now. And LFO unable to find an answer since Order got those guns in play. Now, let's see if anything changes. Of course, Sterling still has that AK to play with. He hasn't died much. But the rest of the boys going to buy up around him. Down to a low buy. I think they can still definitely purchase up into the next if they especially get this bomb plant.
Yeah, Sterling would be on 3.8, and if it's a bomb plant, it's even better than that. Very quick one into uppers here. Some damage. Liki sitting inside the smoke, playing off the pop flash, but it doesn't catch USTILO at all. Some decent trades for LFO, but still a man down.
USTILO trying to strike, but Sterling finally getting in the mix with the AK. It's going to be 8-1 for him at the moment, and Jira, the only man with full HP in the server, but as I say that, he's just burning in the molly. Oh, Rickeh fully focused on the CT vent player. He could have stopped the plant, but he has no idea about it. And now it's all up to Gyra. 81 to play with. Head taken off of Hazard's shoulders. 41 HP remaining. Making his way down. But a bit of noise created on the way. Does he go for the tap? He will. He's just waiting for the swing to come through. Savage. Wow. Low but sharp as ever. And there it is. 4 on the board. LFO finally winning one of those gun rounds.
Yeah, they finally scaled onto the site. They've been getting shut down in the negative space, like between, you know, Hut, Squeaky, and the site. Just couldn't quite get far enough in a lot of the time. At that time, the Flashes actually found some of the CTs. The Mollies found some decent hits as well. And they're actually able to get on into the site. Maybe the pistols give them a little bit more freedom as well. A little bit more of that zoomy power, mate. And they get themselves a round out of it. This pretty heavily injures the CT side economy. Oh, again, they're trying to go up into uppers, but this is where they're getting shut down in the choke points. This has been the same problem. They're not getting any space onto the site.
Let's see if Savage has an answer this time. Smoked in. I don't know if Rick has seen him, but again, one of these smokes is going to fade at the moment. Rick is looking in the right direction, expecting someone over towards Annex. And APOC. These are the positions where all of his experience can definitely come to fruition. Idiot wall player found. That's USTILO. Oh. And a slow wrap comes through. Third found. APOC. Oh my. Does he expect the Hut player as well? He knows. He's making it happen. The 1-on-5, Mitch. And he's trying to make the read.
No way. He's reading it.
No. APOC. Oh. The timing.
The bomb's on top of Hut, Mac. There's no
it's
way.
young versus old. He might have thought it was in Hut. But the timing comes through. Oh. Vexite playing spoiler to APOC's clip of the bloody year. Oh. There is way too much action in this matchup. I just want to put it out there.
Take timeout. You can take a breather, Mac. It's all good.
Oh, you got my puffer there, Mitch?
Here you go, mate. Let me just open up the cap for you.
All right. Yep. All right, squirt it.
Squirt it. What?
Give it a spray.
Give it a spray.
I'm breathing in quick. We got to coordinate here. Ready?
Yeah,
all right,
there you go.
1, 2, 3. Did you get it?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, good. Oh, thanks. Oh, those airways feeling clear. Right as rain. Ready to cast up a storm, huh?
Absolutely. Okay. Well, definitely significant damage inflicted by APOC. Order 1400 loss bonus. Very resettable here. LFO going to try to take advantage of that. They forced up. Very quick outside smokes. Going to try to allow them safe passage to cross, but Vexite looking to contest.
Ooh. APOC. Making it work for one. But an answer found from Rickeh to bring it back to that 4-on-4 USTILO. Oh, it's an awkward position for him to be in, but he's still going to at least take one with him. So, it makes it awkward now for LFO. They've got this Halls control. But Gyra backed up in the corner. Oh, he's going to be playing off the rafters, close to doors here on the short side.
Look at this. Valiance has taken lobby. He's in Squeaky in a safe position to play retake on upper. Ricky's at Megaton. These are really good positions for the CTs.
Oh, yeah. Able to stop that pop-up vent. If it happens, doors opened. And is Gyra going to be cleared initially? Hazard edging forward, big flash, and it's going to be numbers filtering straight through the doors. But just like that, it's a 2-for-1. And Liki now has 2 more players to get past. It's the 1v3 angle.
Oh.
Smoke fading, playing it to perfection. And Valiant sneaking his way down the vent. Has the element of surprise, but Liki's not done yet. Jumping up into the vent. And the quick movement, he's taking the fight to Valiant. It's awkward. And 20 on the clock now. Valiant's looking to wrap his way around. And he's closing this distance. But the door's open. And Liki, good angle isolation. But with those doors open, he's going to have no idea this flank is coming through. And, ooh, timing. A huge factor here, Liki. No idea that this hat's going to be peeking up in control. Valiants didn't spot him until the jump. Liki lands one shot, but not the second. That was needed. And it's 6 on the board. Another round boiling down to a 1-on-1.
One bullet, the difference there. Bloody hell. I think it's go again for LookingForOrg, right? Bomb plant, 3.7 plus on all their players. Comes down to a 1v1. Order's quite broke. They're going to give it another crack. Keep the pressure on. As soon as they just pick up that one round back, they could break that CT economy, and then it's a different story. But Order's been clutch. All of the boys are multi-fragging. See big plays from all of them. Rickeh in particular on that AWP has kind of felt like a standout. But this time he's going to have to make do with the AK.
Big early outside smoke. I think that was supposed to be the big smoke, but it's missed the mark, so it's gone deep. Speaking of deep, APOC, he's just sent his way straight down secret. And you got Rickeh already making his way down as well. Oh, timing! Finds one. Expects another. Or spots the leg, maybe. He's going to flash his way forward, but APOC now with the perfect timing. And, oh, look at him. Again. Could it be a huge factor here? But the CTs have absolutely no idea. Gyrus to lock it down. Wow. Ramp, but the T's, the numbers thinned before APOC has a chance to do anything.
Yep. Again. Sterling and APOC can't get in the mix until we're in the late round already, and they're in multiple man disadvantage situation. They're still going to give it a crack. Sterling. See if he is going to prog towards a ramp at all. Still haven't made much of a movement. Ricky's already deep on the flank in towards T spawn, back of lobby side.
Oh,
that angle from Vexite.
Ridiculous.
You can't place your crosshair. You can't preempt someone who's not playing anywhere. He's playing nowhere, but he's everywhere. You know? He's playing in the open.
APOC, even though he was in the perfect position to smash that round in the bag for LFO, the rest of the boys just did not expect the continuous aggression into trophy from Order.
Yeah, and now it's a different story, Mac.
Yeah.
Because Order, that's such a clean round from them that they're going to be able to stabilize the economy. There's no longer that reset potential for LFO. So their objective kind of moves from trying to hard reset CT economy to win multiple gun rounds consecutively, or just try to chip rounds in. Very quick one into ramp room. Pressure on towards Gyra, who just calls the audible straight down into lower. How is Hazza hitting a shot at that range with the Tech 9?
Because you've underestimated him, Mitch.
I've underestimated him.
You've underrated him. Underestimated, underrated. You put them together, it's underestimated, all right? That's where we're at. It's getting late. It's bloody 11 p.m. And we maybe have another map to go as well.
I feel like that's some kind of home deco Netflix series, but APOC's decorating all of the walls with Order's blood right now. He's going to be the star on that show.
Deck the walls with blood and holy. Tra-la-la-la-la. La-la-la-la, says APOC as he just prances his way through halls. And that's what he was looking for in the previous round, but he'll find it here in the next. And it's Valiant's looking to keep one rifle alive in the next. That'll definitely enable them to get something going. Feel like USTILO might have to cop the L, go down to an SMG or something. But it's a 5th on the board for LFO. And still, if they can get the motor running right now, there is a huge chance of it still being an 8-7 half. And if that happens, well, Order, I don't know about that 2-0 that could have been on the cards for them. Valiant's, however, going to be fighting for his right to hold on to the A1. And you can see for a moment it got quite awkward, but 3 alive at the end of it for LFO is not bad. Economy still going to stabilize. Round loss bonus still cranked up for them as well.
Yeah, now the reset potential straight back in. After doing all that damage on the half by the hero AK. I mean, it's in the name. He's still low. He's on the Mag 7. Which, I remember in the conference I was memeing someone buying the Mag 7 and then they got like a 4K with it. So, we'll see if USTILO is able to replicate that performance from the same position. Sitting near the squeaky door, near the hut. Apoc progging through outside. Trying to sneak his way through credit card or into warehouse. The rest of LFO just holding lobby. Waiting for him to make contact. I'm going to throw some util into upper. Try to pull that rotate off ramp, but they pull Gyro straight into them.
Let's see if Apoc can be the impact man again. He's heard the scope, but Rick ready to roll. Over towards outers there. And he keeps that numbers advantage looking strong. Vexite in the vent, just waiting for a drop through. Valiance over towards default, but the contact play called by LFO. And the timing might just work out perfectly, but Valiance reacts. And he spotted the bomb as well. So now the CT is starting to filter their way in. Vexite, he's still staying sneaky in the vent now. And the control is there. But Rickeh, he's fallen. And just like that, LFO have found their ticket back into the round. But Vexite, the timing. Oh, scope. Silencer spotted. Sterling, no. He's looking at Lobby Mitch. And Savage flashed into the open. They have no idea how Vexite's got to the top of Hut here.
Not planning for him.
And after they find Sterling's position, it might be Dunzo. Vexite waiting for the swing in heaven, but it does not come through. And there you go, order. An 8 confirmed.
Scraping enough money together to continue putting strong buys together. And into round number 14, the reset potential is still there. I've been saying it. Very, very infrequently realized from LFO, if at all. Run boost again. Up on top of the warehouse. Very nice angle with an A1S. No bullet traces. These aren't always sure where they're getting picked from. Oh, they're pre-aiming it, but it doesn't matter. Vexite, there's no way he gets a 3-man spray down on that angle. Oh, just gorgeous. Give it to him.
We're reading the same script over and over, except it's a different man in the 1vx scenario. It's like Order are just waiting for LFO to have highlight clips, but not enabling them to, you know? It's the kind of Counter-Strike you expect at this level of gameplay, but sometimes you just don't quite see, you know, the 4v1's being won every single time by the team of 4.
Oh, no, denied. I mean, yeah, sort of denied. Denied the highlight of getting the kill with the A1. No one likes it in a frag movie where they get the ace and it just like zooms to the... Like, what do? You zoom to the kill feed. You do a third of the guy dying to the molly. That's lame, bro. It's not as cool. So that's kind of the only victory for LFO, who are now potentially going to go 10-5 down at the half with spot to Anaheim on the line.
Okay, looks like it could be a tussle for Outers control. Vexite's gone up on top. How good is the clearance from the T's? Vexite, oh, he's let them thread the needle into Annex, and things get extremely awkward now. Vexite, he's fallen as well. Liki, just getting so much damage done with the rifle there. And it all came down to the timing. The silence, the contact in through the smokes towards Annex. Could have gone a whole different way, but there you go. It's 6-9. Nice at the half with Order in a 3-round lead. Let's just throw it to a break to jump on in to the second half.
just like every time we meet. That girl is blazing hot, she's burning up the spot, she's tearing up the floor, I'm loving what she got, girl. I gotta take my chances, I like the way she dances, she shake it up so good, just like the shoulder should, shoulder should, shoulder should. She's on fire, 1,000 degrees, she's on fire.
Let's see if the Julies have more impact here. So far, so good. They had absolutely none in the first half for Order, but Liki and Savage finding at least one apiece. 3-on-3 now, looking to set up the retake in Order. They're hunting to control. Mega sharp shot coming through from Rickeh. And USTILO too, just chiming in. But Savage, 1-on-3 angle. Hoping that USTILO overextends from the stairs. Oh, flicking around. He's got way too many targets to deal with. The old 180 flicks just not working out for Savage this time. And it's 10 secured for Order. So that's 3 out of the 4 pistols they've won in this series.
Yeah, it's doing them a lot of favors. They're up 1-0. Feeling good right now, moving through this T side. There is a force buy in their way, though. Sterling hold on to some extra cash for that alt fund. And we see these force buys work well on CT side Nuke. A lot of close range angles. You can disrupt with utility. A lot of util invested early on. Molly down the vent. I haven't seen that one. Very quick secret play from Order, though. Full outside wall of smokes. No CT rotators until they double down the vent. But it's not quick enough. Maybe it is. APOC just run and gun with the 5-7. And Order's trying to force their way through the smoke back. It's a mess.
An absolute mess indeed. But we're left with 3 alive on both sides. How's the bloody timing dropping through? Oh, that was an awkward situation for Savage to be in. He tried to go for the silent drop, but the timing was suboptimal. And Hazard, he's swinging in with the D-Eagle, able to find one head, but Valiance is close enough to trade. So Sterling, 2 players to get past. No kit, but at least a smoke to maybe keep Order guessing. However, it's the timing. Headshot found it. Oh, he's flicked. Connection. He's hunting for it, but USTILO takes the cake with the Galil in hand. And it's 11 on the board. But look how costly that one was.
And look at APOC.
Yep.
He's hungry for it, mate. Insta force. MP9s. So many MP9s. Surely a lobby crunch. Surely just an instant lobby crunch.
You'd hope so.
That's a lot of people going into upper. Yeah, they're not going to lobby crunch straight away.
No.
USTILO is exploring outside. Hello? Oh, he's got a player down APOC and USTILO. I mean, this is the matchup.
When USTILO... Is he tucked away in the corner here? No, he's going to smack his way into the back of warehouse. APOC, a whole lot of noise, just smacking his way back through the halls. They hear that glass breaking too. And USTILO... Looks like he could definitely have the CT's number, especially if he makes his way to heaven quickly. But he has to stay silent on the approach. We've got Sterling looking in this direction. I think something might have been heard now. All boils down to the timing. Sterling looking down below when it's up top. He's got to be worried about USTILO now. Starting to crunch here. Still one player on site. Gyra binked away at. And it's a perfect situation for Order to be in. But Liki hits him with the spray transfer. Finds 2. Survives on 8. Tries to refresh the smoke, but it's not going to happen in time. It's all down to APOC. Boiling to the final seconds here.
Yeah. Bomb gets retrieved. It's an open plant. Rickeh knows he's got the time and the space to do it.
Eugene spotted. And USTILO just holding down the line. The reload comes through and it's the bait to push APOC straight into the crossfire. Order securing a 12th now. But again, it was costly. An LFO, they were really relying on winning that one. Economy, not in the greatest of ways here, but if they do go for that half investment, get more damage done to Order's economy, then there can be a swing round coming up in the next couple.
Yeah, could be. Tack timeout here for Order. looking to try to build themselves some money. LFO, they've tried to play that economic breaking game this whole map of Nuke, and it just hasn't worked for them at all. They've never been able to take advantage of the low economy of the other team. They've never been able to win that swing round. And unfortunately, when you don't, what it means is you're kind of playing with some of these subpar buys in the following gun rounds. Hell of a game for Vexite again.
A whole lot of noise going to be made as the CTs try to lock down door, make short order. Aren't smashing their way in through lowers, at least through the vent route. Over towards Secret, though. Gyra having his way with APOC.
Yeah. Just a one player, though. Exploring lowers. Really, he's just a money manning. That's all he's doing. Just trying to draw pressure and scout out lower and see if he can find if there's anyone down there. If there's not, maybe order join up with him. If there is, well, obviously he's found the pick, and that can sometimes have that domino effect where you pull the rotates, you pull the lobby crunch straight into order holding for it. Vexite, he's twisted his ankle. He's done. His career's over.
Oh, no. Sounds
he had
like
such a
me.
bright future ahead of himself.
Yeah.
You're going to be a pro scooterer.
I was going to be a professional rugby league player. But I grew too early, and I didn't keep growing. Truly a sad story. I also twisted my ankle a few times as well, so that's why it was relevant. But where to from here, huh?
Yeah, just down into lower, leisurely stroll. Like I said, Gyra's been able to money man it perfectly. He's found an empty bomb site. He's gone to the boys. Hey, boys. B's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Clear skies.
Couple of kills coming through. The order looking right as rain to travel into that 13th round. Spotted there, Sterling. Not going to be able to stay sneaky. Get up in USTILO's face. Savage and Liki. Happy just to play off one another. Punish any T's for coming up the ramp here. They know better than this. And, oh, okay. How's the timing? Not even staying in control. So just yeeting it straight in the opposite direction. Making sure no AKs or Galils or Mac 10s rather go into the hands of those CTs. And that is a whole lot of dominance in a series, Mitch, which we definitely didn't expect this much coming out from order.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens, you know. In a way, it's kind of like a curse in disguise for LFO to go into the groups next year, rather than having that opportunity to go over there into Europe straight away, like Order have, and play in the conference. Because this is what we see all the time in OCE. Team that goes overseas levels up.
Oh. There it is. Solid start of the round, and Vexite not going to be able to make it through with the Mac 10 this time. Had that front spawn, but he slowed things down, and it looked like we were going to see Order attempt to slide him out with a couple of flashes. We've seen that over the last couple of days. Seems to be a pretty common strat now. But it didn't happen.
Getting some outside prog out of Order, who find themselves at a man disadvantage. They commit to creeping out with these smokes. APOC peering over the top of them. That's an easy one for him.
Not bad at all. USTILO going to be picking up another on the Liki. LFO getting thinned out. It was a strong start of the round and maybe a strong finish. We'll see if Sterling strikes for more. But APOC lucky to be alive, dodging those bullets. Trying to take the safer passage now. As Ricky's still got control of the upper site, but Gyra, he has to know that lobby's dirty here. He's making a whole world of noise, and Hazza stops him in his tracks. So really just cheating the timing, thinking he didn't have enough to go slowly. And look, fair enough to him. But Rickeh now in the worst possible position to try to win the round. And it's 7 on the board. LFO not done just yet. They got something to say. And they've got a foot to put in Order's door.
Yep, the door's not stuck yet. I think either one of these teams looking pretty shaky in terms of the cash. Definitely could reset order here and get yourself closer to double digits. It'd be a great round to win for LFO because they're kind of on the ropes right now. Outside wall of smoke's coming out yet again. Vexite's, he just keeps twisting his ankle. It's not going to do him any favors against APOC, but USTILO's there for the trade. Very quick trade. Strafing out across Silo. Order don't have any map control though. Jara getting the pop flash for ramp ready for the boys.
Ramp control.
Yeah.
Solid piece of the map to have, but nothing else really.
Oh, you can see it kind of pushing and pulling the CT rotations.
Yeah.
Single man on uppers. Double stacking lower. And Sterling's got his back to CT spawn. Order committing into lower. But they all got to go through the one choke point.
Sterling was playing at Little Red, but the man is looking to lock down any form of heaven wrap coming towards A. Deep into CT spawn. Deep in the paint. And a long way away from helping anything out over towards the B side of things. Liki not going to be able to thread the needle in through the double doors, but Hazza firing up just when it's needed. Playing around the molly there, able to find it. But it's a 2-for-1 as USTILO will enable that trade. And because of that, we're now down to a 2-on-2. Rickeh. He's just edging into position, but again, there's a CT on the other side of the decon doors, and Savage thinking it's a tap. He hasn't gone initially. He's waiting for a helping hand. The Galil wins the engagement. And Sterling now in a 1-on-2 has so much work to do.
No kit. There's a few scattered around the place. Wants to try to isolate a duel, but neither one of the T's facing him. Shoulder comes in, swats out the Alpo. USTILO swings high. 14 on the board for Order. They put the CT economy in a very rough state of affairs. You got a couple players sitting on 3 or 3.5k. And if you half buy, you give Order series point for them to qualify for Anaheim. And not only that, it's worth mentioning, LFO has won the last 7 series in a row versus Order. This would be a big one for Order to win.
Yeah.
Go qualify for an overseas event. These two, the cores of these two teams have been so competitive in the past, but recently it's felt like LFO's a cut above. Not today, man.
Maybe just tripping at the final hurdle, you know? And so much yesterday. And today's a whole different ball game. Well, into round 22. An Order. Seems like they can even taste it now. LFO, they haven't gone for the full investment here. APOC's got the hero M4. And he's got the forward spawn too. So let's see if this is going to be him heading forward. Looks like it's down to Secret. He's going to head, but Order, a faster approach now in through the vent. There's 3 players down already. Somehow all just going through off a couple of flashes. APOC here standing in their way, but that's going to be the rifle. Now, recyclable. Hazza snatches it. But good position from the T's already. However, there's only 2 down here, and Vexite's going to be forced into the open for the moment, but he has to fight. He's doing well. But Hazza chiming in, and now there's a chance for the defuse to come through. Where are the T's? Where are the rest of the boys? It's going to be the defuse. 10 whole seconds, and only 5 remaining. Valiant stops it. And off the back of that, he's got 3 himself. 1 round left for Order to take to turn this into a 2-0 and book their tickets to NA.
How many bloody transfers are we going to get, Mac? The series has been full of them. Tack timeout for Order to compose themselves. That was a round that was really spinning out of control. They wrangle it back. Probably a big panic moment into big excited moment, and now they just need to chill themselves down. That was just the half buy. Now they go into the gun round. LFO wielding the double orbs. That presents a different dynamic for Order to tackle. It's not done yet. It would be a pretty abysmal T-side from Order to not close out an 8-point lead.
Oh, I cannot believe that we are in this situation. LFO need 8 rounds to take us to overtime. They've gone all in with the double orb. Hazard even picking one up. And Sterling, couple of warning shots, hoping for something in through those smokes. But again, Order just avoiding him well enough. Not enabling him to have a day like yesterday. And unfortunately, it seems like Sterling peaked at just the wrong moment. Liki tucked in at Tetris. Nice crossfire with Savage, who's going to go down in Order. They found 2 entries, maybe even that 3rd. Sterling, here he is. Can he save the day for LFO? Molly to heaven, it's missed. And Order.
Oh.
I don't think they know that it's both of the CTs up in heaven here. Valiant's still hunting to lobby to figure out exactly where they're coming from.
Gyro's heard the drop. He knows that that's a rotation in towards ramp. It's either a lobby push or a rotation into secret. Valiant's just going to tuck himself while the heaven flank comes out. Sterling, it's all about timing. He has to hold the right angle at the right time or this game is done.
Oh, and from here, his scope's going to be poking through. It's a trade. Gyro, what was he bloody looking at? And Valiant's big round in the previous, and he's going to do it here right now. 16-7, 2-zip, and Order are going to be absolutely cheering with that huge W, booking their tickets all the way to Anaheim.
Yep, all of that improvement sort of culminating after, slogging it